The hand movements you just saw, plus more, form the basis for this lesson. The Theremin blogs and Theremin forums are always filled with questions about fingering techniques, how to move your fingers to get specific results for pitch, for accuracy, and so on. There's a huge variety of methods and techniques that are available to you on DVDs and particularly on YouTube. And I would recommend watching all of them. Find all the material that you can. Regardless of what it's about playing the theremin, look at all the resources that you have at hand, including these lessons, of course. Now, the notion of using your fingers in a specific way to achieve a specific result is all really well and good. And many of them, within certain parameters, work absolutely magnificently. There's, however, another type of approach that I'd like to offer you. And this approach relates more to the video lesson that had to do with the concept of playing without trying. And what we mean by that is the ability to work with the theremin in a way that requires less specificity in terms of a specific move, making a specific result. It's basically the feeling of making very little effort and being free of tension and anxiety. So for this, what I offer you is a foundation that begins with the hand just as itself. Natural movements that the hand makes without you having to really think about them. However, we're going to consciously make these into mechanical movements for this lesson, and your mind and body get to process these as you work with them, and eventually many of these movements will become very, very intuitive, and you'll rarely even have to think about them. Your body will just know the result that it's going to get. So these are rudimentary movements that eventually will blossom out into what becomes your own fingering technique. Now, everybody's hands are slightly different. They're different sizes. You have different finger lengths, different finger widths. We all have different levels of, let's say, motor skills and dexterity in our fingers. That being the case, our results, given specific moves and specific techniques, can be slightly different. As you work with these, you'll find your results are going to be different from mine in many cases. That's completely beside the point. What's important is the results that you get, and the results that you see and hear yourself getting that allow your mind and body to process the movements and begin to predict how certain movements can yield certain results. The recommendation that I have for you would be to record yourself doing this so that at a time when you're sitting relaxed without playing the theremin, listen to the results you get. Also, finally, in the interest of time, I'm going to go relatively quickly through these movements, and what I suggest is that you pause the video, work with each specific type of movement, and then resume the video. And I'll always cue you, as you'll see, as to when to give it a pause. So, let's take a look at some basic fingering and hand positions.